Hello friends, welcome back to a Wednesday cooking class with your friend Amee and our tiny little mouse, cheese-eating mouse over there. He'll be joining us later. We're gonna go ahead and get the oven preheated to 450 and we're gonna get some potatoes baking. I don't like to use the microwave for my potatoes. I like all the moisture to stay in, so I'm gonna show you a little trick. What else? Oh, never leave your house when you have the oven on. Okay, I'm not leaving the house, but I want to take you shopping really quick. All right, so let's go shopping real quick and get our supplies. Okay, now that we're back from the store, now we can preheat our oven to 450. Now we have our supplies. You're gonna want this type of potato. Sometimes they call it a baking potato. So you'll wash it and let it dry. The other things I got at the store today are as follows. We have here broccoli, an onion, some garlic, one serrano pepper. You don't have to get the pepper if you like it spicy, because what I'm gonna do here is we're gonna make a cheesy sauce that's gonna go over some broccoli, which will go over our baked potato, but I'm assuming I'm gonna have some cheese sauce left. And so I want a little serrano pepper in my cheese sauce because I'm gonna probably use it for dipping some chips in, all right? That funky old evaporated milk recipe Amee showed you how to do mac and cheese with. I got a little thing of sour cream because I forgot my supplies at home today. Some New York cheddar and some regular cheddar. You can just go with this cheddar if you want, but I'm a cheese snob, so, and a little bit of butter. You're not gonna need this much butter, but those are the items that we found at the store today, as well as some potatoes. So this is what we're gonna do for our potatoes. Let's bring you down in here. Okay, so I don't have my usual tools, so I'm gonna use this sort of as a bowl. I usually like to cook potatoes on a wire rack in the oven, but program, I have this dish. So I will be using this dish for my baked potato. So what I've learned is potatoes like a brine that keeps the moisture in, makes sure potato skin crisp. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this salt. I'm gonna think this is a teaspoon here. So I'm gonna take a teaspoon of salt. You know, if I was cooking for my family at home, I would be cooking more than one potato. So what I'm gonna do, I'm making this brine with some salt. I'm gonna add another thing of some more salt. Now, you don't have to do this step. This is just something I've been reading about and wanted to try. So you're gonna cover your potato in this salty water like so. All the good, oh, time out, Amee. You forgot. And you're gonna do this. Poke some holes in it. You know, not too many, not too deep, just enough. Keep your hands clean. I wash my hands off camera. Okay, I do about three fork pokes per side of potato. Okay, so here we go. Here it is. Roll your potato in your brine. Salty brine seems so fine. All right, just making one potato. Ooh, look at that. And then I'm gonna put it on my baking dish. And this is gonna go into the oven for an hour. But you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna check it in 30 minutes, and with some tongs, I'm gonna rotate it, okay? So here we go into our hot oven. Set my timer so I don't forget what I'm doing for 30 minutes. There, that's what I've done. I've set my timer. All right, my friends. Say hi to our friends. We're gonna go do some schoolwork for a little bit, and then in 30 minutes, I'll be back to prep the cheese sauce and broccoli and such. All right, so we'll catch you really soon. It's almost been a half hour with our baked potato in the oven. So when the timer goes off, I'm just gonna rotate that baked potato. You don't have to do this, but my mind needs me to do it. All right, so what we're gonna do while we're waiting, because that baked potato has another half hour. Wow, just like that. Okay, so here we go. Check it out. We're gonna come over here and thank you, Odin. We have prong thingies. Thingies. We're just gonna rotate it like this. And we know we're gonna cancel the timer and we're gonna set the timer again for another half hour and on. And then we're just gonna close our door. So now we have a half hour left. And while we wait, we are going to prep some things together.
A little jalapeno.
It's a serrano pepper, which are not as hot as jalapenos.
Why do peppers always look good that they're spicy?
Well, you will learn one day. Maybe not. Not everybody likes spicy.
Sometimes I do.
Sometimes.
I like spicy pepperoni.
Right. And spicy chips. All right, so what we're gonna do is get rid of this in our film. All right. So again, we will get the broccoli ready. So we're gonna steam our broccoli. Oh, maybe you could have some broccoli for lunch.
Raw?
No, we're gonna steam it, silly. But I'm gonna rinse it off real quick.
Should I get the broccoli or
Would you like to cut the broccoli?
okay.
Okay, so we're just gonna rinse. I'll show you. So we're gonna take our broccoli. Why don't you take some broccoli out? The whole thing. Now a lot of people cut the stems off, but actually this is really good. It is snowing again. You guys want to go see? Let's go show you. Come on.
Should we do it in the
Since we don't have a lot of time. It's bright out there, huh? Would we be sending everybody home right about now if we were actually at program?
I don't know.
Probably. There it is, my friends. Your backyard that misses you. All right. Let's go back to work. Okay. So again, as we always remind you, keep your hands clean.
Should we cut it?
Yeah, let's cut it.
Do
what
I
you're
not cut the stems or what? Do I cut it right about here?
Since we're gonna have it on baked potatoes, I'm gonna cut some of these little pieces because all of that is good broccoli. And then I'm still gonna put it in here like this. Okay, and then because you're gonna be taking, listen real quick. Because we're gonna be putting in this in like a cheese sauce that's gonna go over a baked potato, you wouldn't want to like put this whole piece in your mouth like that, right?
So you want it to be like in pieces?
Yeah, like bite-sized pieces. So I'm choosing to cut mine in bite-sized pieces. And I'm gonna choose, you make your own choice, but see like this piece here, whoa, it's hard to, this piece here, where are we? Where's the camera? Over here. This is part of the stem, okay? And I'm gonna choose to use that because that has a lot of nutrients in it, good stuff. Let's get this out of the camera. All right, so maybe you need a sharper knife. What do you think? Or are you doing fine?
I'm afraid to use those
Okay,
knives.
that's fine, you're doing fine. This is a good size, see? Do you think that's a good size?
Yes, I'll eat it.
You would eat it.
Is that
Okay.
size?
So you don't have to use the whole entire broccoli. it depends. You know, maybe you want to have, maybe you're making for a friend, or maybe not. All these little pieces will be good in our cheesy sauce for our potato. So I'm gonna take this piece here and I'm gonna just cut it up into smaller pieces, like so.
So should I cut like these?
We're not gonna, yeah, just maybe one, watch your fingers. I don't want you to, there you go.
Just for like 1 minute.
Yeah, we'll take a look at it. We'll eyeball it, okay? Because we're just making one serving.
Like one person?
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna cut this. What do you think?
How about with all the leftovers? Can I try it?
Yeah, well, and I'm gonna make you some broccoli just in case you would like a broccoli snack.
Raw broccoli. Broccoli actually tastes like salad.
Yeah, a lot of people like raw broccoli. Raw broccoli is actually, it's bitter, but some people salt it. Some people blanch it. Blanching just means like a really quick steam. You're not killing it. Okay, we're gonna put this broccoli to the side over here in that bowl. And let's see, what's next that we're getting ready while our baked potato cooks?
Can I do that with
Yeah, you do that with yours. How about I can have you, good job. Nice work. All right, so have you ever cut peppers before? If you've ever learned the hard way to, when you slice a pepper with bare fingers and you go to scratch your eye later, you want to cry and maybe die because it hurts so bad. I'm going to show them really quick. If you have a rubber glove, you can put a glove on and cut it. Otherwise, I'm going to show you how to pull out the seeds with a spoon. Also, yeah, so we'll do both. So the hand that's going to be touching the pepper, you'd want a glove on. You don't have to use 2 gloves.
I'm going to use this one.
Okay, you use that one. And so I'm going to cut the stem off like that. So now the stem's off. Next, I'm going to cut it long ways. Again, if you don't add a pepper, doesn't mean this recipe won't work. It just means you have a milder cheese sauce. And see all those seeds inside? So those are what makes a pepper hot, really hot. So I like to take the seeds out. Now I can use my gloved finger, or you use a spoon and you'll dig it out.
It smells good.
Here, will you hold the camera down like this while I spoon it out, and then you can have a turn, hold it really still like that.
Okay.
Balance it really. So I'm gonna take my spoon, you're doing fine, and I'm gonna dig all those seeds out. And I'll put them in my compost pile. Okay, good job. Now how are you gonna get yours out? Are you gonna use a spoon?
I'm gonna use a knife.
Okay, well never put a knife towards you. So there you go. So yeah, how will you do that? The spoon, trust me, the spoon works really well. So Odin's gonna try it too. And he has a glove on. It's okay, you're doing great. It can be a little tricky. You can take it and scrape it out, or use your gloved finger, not a knife in your direction. You always want to use a knife away from you. That's fine, wipe it off. So here, put it down. Now use your gloved finger, your gloved hand, and use your thumb and dig out the peppers like that. Just pull them out with your gloved hand. There you go.
Can you try doing it?
No, you will cry on camera. Which is fine to cry. Crying is a good thing.
Sometimes.
Okay. Now take this, and I will hold this down, and you scrape it. Turn your spoon. There you go.
I'm spicing this out.
Okay, that's good. Now just kind of take it and knock it on your shelf. Okay. Excellent work. Would you like to smash some garlic?
Yes.
Okay.
I would rather have garlic fry than pepper fry.
Yeah, me too. So
I
let's
don't
see.
need my glove on.
No, so let me teach you how to take gloves off. Wait, oh, you already know. So you take your glove like this, especially if it's contaminated, and you pull it and then pull it inside out like that, you see? All right, I'm gonna wash my hands again real quick.
Me too. This. Does washing your hands make the pepper go off?
No, that's the thing. Washing your hands won't make
Oh no.
peppers go off.
That always hurt my eyes.
Oh, I know. I think you'll be okay
With my left hand.
if you can remember. So 20-second hand washing is important. I have 6 seconds left according to my phone, my watch.
Really cool watch that told me I want 20
And I'm done. Okay. There we go. So, what we're gonna do, here, I'll get you a towel.
What about this top?
That one's compromised. Here you go. Okay, so let's wrench this off for you.
We can use these fingers, but not this time.
Well, I hope you can remember. There's one way to learn. So you're gonna want a bigger knife for the garlic.
Why not this?
Because when you smash it, you want
Oh,
more
like
of a
this kind?
plane.
Like this.
Well, no, stop. Pull your clove. So here's your garlic, how you find it in the store. Usually it has more covering on this one, but I had Odin pick it just so we have. Pull a clove of garlic is 1. I had
Now pull the skin off.
I'll show you. You don't have to pull the skin off if you do this. Watch. Take 1 clove. We're going to put 2 cloves. Exactly. You're going to smash it like that, like what Odin's doing. Smash it down, and that will make the skin. The skin now is broken, so it's a lot easier to pull the skin off. And we'll just put it in our compost pile.
Come on, make me cry.
It does. Garlics won't make you cry. And then I'm gonna cut the little butt off of
You know
that.
what does onion?
Onion does.
Oh, I can't wait until the onion.
So we're just gonna cut some garlic up in little teeny pieces. And I like to have a bowl or 2 around to have my, what I'm prepping, have a place for it to live. So the garlic will live in here. Yeah, there you go. Good job. Nice work. I am going, should have left my glove on to cut this, but I got sidetracked. Let me take an extra glove here and just use it like this. I think I'm only going to use half of this and I'll take the rest home just in case. Good job. So you know how to get the onion ready?
Pull the skin off?
Yeah. There's
Like
one
that.
layer of skin that's
like
like
this?
paper. Oops. Yeah, see what you got going there. And that one we kind of bought at the supermarket without the skin too. You see how I'm not really touching this pepper? Okay. I'm gonna put this in with the garlic. And this in.
Do you cut the skin off
garlic.
like this?
No, please be careful. I don't want to teach first aid. Okay, so we're gonna take our this doesn't have much skin. We're gonna cut our onion in half.
Now,
Like
can
this.
I cut a half?
So follow what I do, okay? So we've cut our onion in half. We're gonna get rid of this part here and this top here. Not gonna cut a lot away. So we're gonna see, watch. Follow me. Look at how I cut a triangle shape. Watch how I'm using my knife. You're using it so it will cut your finger if you lose control. See, watch. See this? Hold your knife the other way, Odin. Not like that, not up there. There you go. Cut like a triangle, look. See how I cut that out? Just a little bit out like that.
This is
Because look at how, stop, time out. hold your knife like this. The sharp part is down. If you want to use the smaller knife. Okay, now you're gonna cry. Go cry, it's okay. So there's this part of the onion here. It's a lot like paper. It doesn't cook up well.
I'm not gonna use this thumb even though I usually do.
Okay, don't use that thumb. You'll really find out what it feels like. Okay. I am going to
What's this part?
cut my onion in little pieces because I'm going to saute this in a little bit. You need to pull your paper off, Boo, before you do that. Okay. Keeping your kid's digits on his hand video. Okay. Just take a break. Take a time out for a second. I mean, don't go anywhere, but I am going to, I want these onions nice and diced up because they're gonna be a part of that cheesy sauce I'm making. Okay. Woo! That's gonna make me cries. Woo! Okay. Okay, time out. Time out, buddy. Come on. Here, I'll get this part for you and then you can chop and see if it makes you cry, okay? Is that a deal? Woo! It's a good time to let it all out. Tell your friends we miss you. Okay, very carefully. Please don't cut your fingers off. There you go. And watch what you're doing. Just because you're crying doesn't mean you can close your eyes and use a knife. Okay, may I have this from you? Or do you want to keep trying? Okay, here. You have half. Oh, tears are really... Can you see my tear?
Yeah, I can.
It's real. Okay. Grandma Roberta was alive. She'd be freaking out if she saw this video. She never liked the fact that I allowed Odin to use a knife. And I have been teaching him how to use a knife and teaching him how to cook since he could sit up.
I had the doggy knife. That was...
No, the doggy knife came way later. Okay, are you jumping ship? Are you giving up on your onions?
No, I'm putting water in.
Don't. Okay. Whatever you do, whatever you need. Okay.
That makes it kind of worse.
I know. Water doesn't help.
And what does?
Really just letting it be and then cleaning your trays. I wonder how hot that is. I need a bowl for compost. I'm going to take it out to the compost. It's a huge bowl. How about this one? So this morning, Odin and it was snowing, so school pickup was canceled, which is really sad because we really like to see our teachers. So school pickup was canceled, but our teacher still set our supplies out, and we had, remember those enchiladas we made before? Well,
we sent a video to Aaron's daughter, one of my teachers, a library one now.
What are you saying we did?
A library teacher, remember, Aaron?
Yeah.
But her daughter, is gonna make what's it?
No, we did macaroni and cheese for her.
Macaroni and cheese.
Yeah, they've seen this, maybe they've seen that video. Okay, well, you're working on your tomato. I have the tomato, you have the onion. I'm gonna cut up
Well, the tomato looks
one tomato. I don't like the way that knife sounds. Okay.
Why?
I don't know, just the way. Sometimes there are certain sounds that I can't stand. Okay,
My
so I'm dicing my tomatoes. If you don't have a tomato and you have canned diced tomatoes, you can use those too. So I'm gonna do this, just put that aside. I don't like to cut a huge top off of my tomato. It seems like such a waste. So I'm just cutting this little tiny piece and putting it in my compost bin. At MCA we have compost, and we used to teach our artists that would come to program the importance of composting and what's compostable and what's not. And we have a compost bin out in our garden, which allows us to make our own soil slowly. Are you done, my friend? My child?
Done with the onion. Of course I'm done with the onion. It makes
You'll be okay. It's good to cry. Sometimes it's hard to cry because it's just hard. Okay, we have 10 minutes left on our baked potato. So I think we should, here, how about you open the butter and take one bar, okay, out, please. Well, I balance this here like so, and balance this here like so. I'm gonna put my onion in this, my prepping bowl. One butter.
Well, that onion sure did make it fun.
I'm gonna do this, and okay, we'll be back. Okay, so we're over at the stove. I have 2 pans going. You remember that salty bath that I made for the potato? I saved my water just because I like to save things, and it's salty, and that's okay. So what I'm going to do is, it's getting warm, and I'm going to put my broccoli in it. I'll bring you down here just so it can kind of steam. Hey, Odin, will you get me a little bit more water? Oh, I have some right here. Never mind. So this is what I'm doing. The broccoli is on. That stove is on. I'm just going to put a little bit of water in here. And as that gets hot, it will steam. I've got 2 tablespoons of butter in this pan getting hot. And I'm going to saute our onions that Odin and I cut, and some of that pepper in here, like this. Oh, and garlic. So there's some garlic in there as well. And just kind of cook that down a little bit with our cooking spoon. Like this. And we'll come back as this is closer to being done and show you what it looks like, and then we'll add our other goodies. We've already grated the cheese. Somebody has made sure the cheese is good, so they've tasted it and we got thumbs up. We have a little bit of sour cream. We're just gonna maybe use a spoon of this. I have never made this before besides the cheesy sauce we made it with macaroni and cheese recipe. So this is sort of an experiment as well. So we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. So I have that broccoli here steaming and a little bit of water. I'll bring you down and show you the color, and our baked potatoes done. So what I'm gonna do about that is I'm just gonna cancel the oven. I'm not gonna pull it out yet. Cancel. And I'm gonna say this broccoli, I'm just kind of turning the little tiny pieces over so it's all steamed. And it's in salty water, so I'm not gonna have to add any salt. See that? There's my little bit of broccoli. And here's my sauteing onions. I want them a little bit more caramelized. I'm just gonna turn the oven up a little and take care of that. So what we're gonna do once I'm gonna pull the broccoli off the stove and turn it. Remember, that's hot. What I'm gonna do after these onions get a little bit more cooked, I'm gonna add the tomatoes, and then I'm gonna bring the cheese over, add the cheese, have my condensed milk. I'm not gonna use all of this. I'm gonna eyeball it again. And show you how that's done. Where's that cool knife? That fancy trick. Hey, Odin, will you come be my cameraman for a second? Camera person for a second. So just hold the camera right about here. I want to show everybody what I got so excited about. I think this is it. So I went like this. And then a little air hole over here. Okay. Now, you don't have to try that at home. You can use a can opener, but I think that's a pretty neat trick. All right, so put that on our, here we go. This is hot right here, okay? So just about, I just want to make sure they're pretty cooked good, and I kind of like them caramelized a little. So we're gonna go ahead and let that set up. I have my milk, I have my sour cream, I have my pre-grated cheese. I should set that. This is hot. Our last video was really long, wasn't it? It was 40 minutes and I didn't get a lot of views, so I'm trying to cut a lot of stuff out. But I like visiting you guys while we're here. Don't know if I told you, some of you might know, but I wrote a story, submitted.
Chickens, our chickens.
I wrote a story about our chickens.
And we want to read you it next video.
We do want to read it to you and share it with you in a video. We might do that in a little bit. I got to make sure the mouse here gets more schoolwork done. Okay, I'm going to put in my tomatoes that I cooked. I'm going to dump them in the hot pan here with my onions. You know, that I only used one of those peppers. It's fine. I'd probably add more for my liking. Okay, so this is what this looks like so far, like that, see? I'm just gonna warm them up. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pour some evaporated milk in. I don't quite know how much. Again, you know, cooking in the kitchen is always like an eyeball-y thing. You're constantly, if you're not measuring, you're just kind of checking it out by sight. And I might say it's like 1/4 of the can, maybe almost 1/2 of the can. We'll see. You can always add more, but you can never take it out, right? So we're just gonna let that kind of warm up, and then we're gonna dump our grated cheese into this mixture. I'm so hungry. Like that. The sour cream, I don't think you need to use it, but I kind of want my cheesy sauce creamy. So I'm gonna add that, I think, after the cheese melts down. I am going to get my broccoli out of this hot water by just pouring it into a bowl. And then we will get a slotted spoon. So I found this. I'm not home with my tools, so I'm just gonna go and drain the water out of it. You don't need the water. I'm gonna keep that aside. All right, I will be right back, okay? Okay, so we're here and we're back. I'm gonna tell Odin something real quick. That other side of the math, start that. If there's a problem that you need help reading with, I'll be there in a moment. Okay, so this is what our evaporated milk, onion, and tomatoes look like. I am going to carefully, the cheese that we've grated, I would guess 2 cups of cheese. I'm going to carefully get it to come out of here without making a mess. Come on, there it goes. Again, I use 2 types of cheddar. And as I am stirring it, see, I have both those cheddars. I might have to add more of that evaporated milk. We'll have to see what happens here. Because I do want it to pour over my baked potato, and I don't want it super thick. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of slide it off the oven here for a second while this melts. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the rest of my cheese that's on this cutting board first and put it on there. And remember, this is super hot. I'm gonna turn my stove down. And I'm gonna take, start with this much. That's a huge, like a 1/4 cup of sour cream. Remember, this is an experiment. I've never done this before. Never done this before. It's an experiment. I'm gonna add a little bit more of evaporated milk. Kind of feel like I might use the whole can. I don't know. Remember, I wanted extra cheesy sauce for dipping some chips in, and that looks about right. I don't want the bottom of this to burn, so I have taken it off the stove, and I'm going to taste a little of this and see what happened. Over here, we'll taste this. Probably not in front of you because I'm super self-conscious about that. So let me step over here. Okay, so believe it or not, it could use a little bit of salt. It's not very salty. It's surprising. It is good though. I do salt. All right, oven is off for sure now. We're moving this to the side. Cheesy sauce to the side. I'm gonna go downtown here to the oven and make sure I have a hot pad, and I'm gonna pull our baked potato out. Yes, the secret to baked potatoes is you don't want it to like left on the counter for a long time without cutting it open. So we're gonna put it over here and I'll bring you back to this side. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Our potato's hot. I left it in this hot pan just so I have less dishes. So I have to remember not to touch that. Let's see, let's grab a pad. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're going to carefully cut into our baked potato, you know, like this, and smash it open like so. Woo, that's nice. If you want, you can kind of do this action to it. I like to eat my potato skins, and when they're brined like this, are salty and really good.
Could I have a potato skin?
Yeah, when it cools down, we'll definitely share this together, okay?
Okay.
So here is our
Chips.
cheesy sauce. I brought chips over. Not that I'm gonna have chips with my potato, but I'm gonna show you how, with our leftovers, how we'll do this. So here's my sauce, my cheesy sauce I'm gonna put into my baked potato. I'm gonna top it with some of my broccoli. Ooh. And then probably just a little bit more cheesy sauce, because why not, right? Like that. If I had avocado, I would have chopped avocado and also put it in here to go with my chips. So here we have it. We have enough cheesy sauce. That made quite a bit. And again, this doesn't, when you refrigerate your cheese sauce, it's gonna get thick. Okay. So when you have, because I still have, it's hard to tell, but I still have some evaporated milk left. So I would probably put this in a little glass container and put it in the fridge, and maybe put the date on it. So I know, so when I take my cheesy sauce back out to reheat it, I might need to add a little bit more of this to make it creamy again. Otherwise, here it is like that on your leftovers for maybe a nighttime snack. Not bad. And then you have your potato here, like this. Ta-da! There it is, my friends. Oh, the mouse has gone to chips. All right, my friends, we're gonna have lunch. We're gonna finish some schoolwork. And then we might read our chicken story from the magazine that we wrote. And maybe show you some more snow in a little while. Please like, so we know you were here watching and that you liked it. Maybe you don't. I mean, that's okay. You don't have to like it if you don't like it. But in the comments, if you have an idea, I need help. I need help. Like, what do you want me to make? What do you want us to make together? We like being here. We like the time we share with you. And we're gonna close out today's video with some snow footage, maybe. Someone throwing snowballs at me.
Yay! Can we do a
But we're gonna
video
go
out in the snow?
We're gonna finish our math first. We have to earn that time. And I would like to go play in the snow too. And we'll make a little video for you. Bye, my friends. We'll see you next week. We miss you.